Hey guys, so today I will be reviewing some products that Arteza or Arteza, I'm not sure how to say that, sent to me earlier this week. They did not pay me to say anything positive about them, so I'm just going to give my honest opinion, so here we go. Alright, so the first thing we have here are the gouache paints. I'm very excited to see how these work, but I will make a separate video for these. And here's a 24 set of acrylic colors. I am very curious to see how they work. I know they're a little bit on the cheaper side, but hopefully I can do something with them. Alright, this is something I've been waiting for. These are the 3x3 inch mini canvases, and I'll explain about them a little bit later. Alright, so first I'm going to start with the acrylic paints, and it's quite a small box, so they must be very well packaged in there. So let's open this up. Alright, so let's slide this off. I will give this an A+ for packaging so far. Okay, so here are the paints. They are very well packaged in their small plastic cases. So I'll spread these out for all you to see. Alright, so here are the paints. Usually when we buy a large package of paints, the tubes themselves are plastic, but this seems to be some sort of aluminum, and so the storage for the paints is actually very good. Also, there's a larger variety of color. The box actually tells us all the names and the tubes themselves. Here you can pause it and take a look at them. As you would expect, there aren't any cadmium paints. That would actually raise the price. Okay, one more thing that I would like to mention about these tubes is that the color on the outside does not match the color on the inside. On most of the tubes, the color on the inside seems brighter than the color that is shown on the paint tube itself. For example, this is a crimson red, and on the outside it looks like the color of a brick, but on the inside the paint is actually much brighter, much vibrant. Unless you care about things like this really shouldn't be a big deal for you. Alright, now moving on, these are the 3x3 inch canvases with easels that they sent me. As the label says, this is a pack of 14 mini canvases. So here they are, also very well packaged. It seems like they come attached with their easel because of the plastic that covers them, so let's open it up. Now the reason why I've been interested in these mini canvases is because I've been making these mini paintings, and if you follow my Instagram you'll be able to see those. But I've been using Michael's small mini canvases, and I just want to see the difference in quality. Now just by looking at them and touching it, it's almost identical as the canvases that I have been using. The only difference that I see so far is that at Michael's I have to get my mini easels separately. Actually, I just realized that getting this set would be more cost effective than getting your mini canvases at Michael's. I mean, that's if you want to buy 14 at a time. Alright, now for a short comparison, the one on the left is the Arteza canvas, and the one on the right is the Michael's canvas with the easel. So the Arteza mini canvas seems to be glued on the back, and if I remember correctly, the Michael's canvas should also be glued on the back. So they're basically the same thing, and the only difference I could tell is basically the price. Oh, and the shape of the easel. Okay, so let's start our painting. So what I usually do is I tape the canvas to the back of this sketchbook because it's a small canvas and I don't want to put paint on my table. So I'm going to do that now. So I decided to use these colors to see how well they mix together to make neutral colors, which will help me with the background of a forest I'm about to paint. Alright, so I'm going to start mixing the colors to make those neutrals I was talking about to start with the background. You always want to neutralize the background so that everything in the front pops out a little. Anyway guys, if you are interested in these products, there's a link down below. It is an affiliate link that Arteza gave me, which means that if you end up buying one of their products, I will get a small percentage of commission, and this will really help out the channel, so consider it. Alright, let's get back to the painting now. So far I already did the background, and I already started adding the details in the foreground, which are these 3 trees, one in the center, one in the right, one in the left. And I noticed that these paints are actually quite good. The only complaint I have is that they're not that opaque. Well, some of them are, but not all of them, and so sometimes you will have to layer a bit more than usual. You could probably still get the same brightness and colors though as regular acrylic paints. I would say these are about at the level of student grade acrylic paint, so they're not quite professional, but you can definitely learn so much from them. So I definitely recommend these paints if you're starting off. Professional paints will run you up to 10 times as much as these paints, and there is only a small difference. Alright, so this painting is finished, and it's not my favorite painting because I usually use a strict reference. This time I use my imagination more, and it's okay, but next I will paint clouds and hopefully that comes out better. For the cloud painting, I'm only using titanium white and Prussian blue, so let's see what I can do with these 2 tubes of paint. So I'm not using a reference image for this painting either. However, I do like painting clouds more, and if you look at my Instagram account, you will also see how many times I paint clouds. So, well, to tell you more about this painting, after I painted the shape of the cloud, I add the highlights and then I start adding the shadows, and this will be like a night sky, so I will probably add stars at the end. So to make the stars, I dip an old brush into a mixture of titanium white paint and water, then I flick it onto the canvas, and it creates this illusion that there's a lot of stars, and that's how I paint the stars. So I'm starting to add these other clouds way in the horizon, way in the background, and I almost get the feeling of painting a moon, but I think I'll just leave it like this. I think this looks just fine for now. Now I'm just going to paint some final details and we should be finished soon. Okay, it's finally finished, and I have to say these are good student level paints, and the canvases, well, they're about the same quality that I've been using. I might even consider getting more after I finish the 14 they sent me. If you'd like to purchase them, remember the link is in the description. It would help me out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to try out the gouache paints that will probably be in my next video. Alright, bye.